Welcome to the Digital Marketing News. I'm Tiffani Allen.
And with your first story this week, I am Joshua Nite.
Yes.
Hey, you know what has always been a dream of mine?
What's this?
To go to flight school.
Really?
You know, to learn how to pilot an airplane into the sky, laughing at God and nature, thwarting the laws of gravity. It's kind of a beautiful thing, right? So I was very excited to learn that Twitter is launching a revamped version of their flight school. I was less excited to learn that it's about marketing on Twitter.
Oh.
But then I was excited too because I'm a marketer.
Yeah.
And I want to know how to be more effective on Twitter.
It's true.
So here's what you need to know. They have updated the courses in their flight school. You're going to get new courses on finding relevant audiences, measuring performance, running video campaigns. They are really focusing in on video. They say that it's the fastest growing ad tool on Twitter. Twitter says, and why would they lie, that promoted tweets with video will save you 50% on your cost per engagement.
Wow.
So this is their new, you can take a whole course of study on how to market more effectively on Twitter for free.
Great.
The only thing it will not do is help you fly a plane.
Okay, that's fair. That's good to know because I was really excited, but now I will return those goggles.
No, they look good.
Okay,
They look
great.
good.
Perfect. Speaking of social media,
And we were.
Instagram is making it easier to find and share stories that mention your profile.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so the option appears as an @ symbol in your create mode options.
That thing.
Exactly. So it shows all stories that are mentioning your profile at any given time. It's easy to tap and reshare them in your own stories. So you can keep an eye out for the positive stories about your brand, share them to your brand stories, etc. Very exciting. There's also a new filter.
What does it do?
Well, it makes it look like transparent tentacles are coming out of your head.
Ooh, okay. You know what? I'm going to use that unwisely.
I feel like let's just use it wisely for now.
Okay.
Just start out with some responsibility.
Look in there, just give it a little shake.
Yeah.
Feel a little bit like an octopus.
Yeah.
You know, who doesn't want to feel just a little bit like an octopus every day?
Everyone does.
Right. You know what octopuses can do?
What?
They can camouflage themselves so that they have more privacy.
Go on.
That is my best segue yet,
Yes.
and it's been several years. We're talking about marketers agreeing that data privacy is one of the key themes in 2020.
Yes.
The excellent research folks over at Work.
Work.
They published their annual Marketers Toolkit, and in it they had a survey that found the following things.
Oh.
Over half of marketers, about 52%, said they do need to strengthen their data policies.
Right.
48% said that they expect advertising and regulation to become more strict. The other folks should probably start expecting that because it absolutely is going to. And 88% that agree that digital privacy is going to be increasingly important in this coming year.
Oh.
So I agree with all of those statements. I say marketers, we have to get serious about data, be compliant, be transparent, and be honest. And that is all as much about preserving your reputation with your customer as it is just staying out of jail.
Right. Fair. I try to stay out of jail every day. That's my
Well,
one
do
goal.
both.
Yeah. I guess both.
If
That's
you can
fine.
only do one, probably do the latter. But yeah.
It's harder. You don't have Wi-Fi in there, I don't think. So I won't have a great segue, but I do want to talk about Google.
That sounds good.
Okay, great. So Google Search Console launched a new removals tool. Have you seen
All right.
this?
I have not.
So it's under the index menu labeled as removals. It has 3 capabilities. You can temporarily hide URLs from Google. You can get info on remove outdated content requests. And you can see what content is subject to safe search filtering. So it's worth checking regularly just to make sure Google's seeing your stuff and seeing the stuff you want Google to see. Of course, as one of the many tools that Google Search Console has to offer.
Absolutely. I was really surprised to see that the remove outdated content and the safe search are both things that other people file claims about your content.
Yeah.
So other people can say remove outdated content. So that could actually be useful for seeing what you want to repurpose and what you want to update as well.
Right. Or if something has enraged somebody.
Right. And you know what that can help with when you're removing outdated content and you're making sure that your site is properly indexed? The customer experience.
Go on. That was seamless.
Yeah, waxing on and waxing off with the segues today. But marketers are taking more initiative for customer experience. This is a new survey from Gartner. Their customer experience report surveyed 400 executives.
That's 400 executives.
For once, not like 437 and a half.
Right.
The poor half guy did not get surveyed this time. Or maybe 2 of them did. Who knows? But it did find that marketers are increasingly taking on ownership of these different facets of customer experience. For example, voice of the customer, defining personas, seems like should be kind of a marketing function, but also customer journey mapping and user experience.
Okay.
So that voice of the customer had the biggest jump. That was something that less than half of marketers were concerned with last year, and that's gone up to 56% of folks saying that they are claiming sole responsibility for that in the organization.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing that they're increasing their budget for CX then too.
My goodness, yes.
Right? So 74% said they plan on increasing their CX budgets. Only 20% said that they would stay the same. So bigger swing there. And 8% said they expected it to drop. So that 8%, we should just check on them. What's going on?
See if they're okay.
So Gartner concludes that 75% of respondents say they found a link between increased customer satisfaction and increased revenue, margin, reduced churn. So happier customers, less likely to leave, more likely to stick around and spend money. It's this crazy idea.
Who knew?
Yeah, but in 2017, less than half said the same. So that's a pretty big jump over the last couple of years.
So I think this is more about us catching up to reality than a real seismic shift. I doubt that has changed. Customers have a good experience. They are likely to stay around, tell friends, boost revenue. So customer experience matters.
So do a good job.
Yeah. Stay out of jail.
Exactly. That's all the news we have for you today. We'll be back next week with more news. If you need more in the meantime, you can follow TopRank on Twitter at TopRank or me at Tiffani_Allen.
Yep, and you can find me on Twitter at NiteWrites. That's NITEWRITES. And please do subscribe to the blog and to this here channel for all the awesome content we have yet to bring you in the coming year.
See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.